Hello, welcome back to this channel.
If you guys
Getting
new to
comfy
this, if you guys new to this channel, we are a couple. We talk about personal finance, life as a parents living in the big city, Sydney, Australia.
How about money?
Money,
Investment, saving,
emergency fund.
budgeting,
Yeah, and then everything in between.
outside hustles as well.
So in this video, we're gonna talk about. There's a post in Facebook that was kind of interesting. The post is actually said, "What was the lesson that you learned in COVID lockdown?" So, for us, it is kind of when I read the comments on
I
this
love to
particular,
read comments.
it's beautiful that people are actually taking action on their personal finance.
Yes.
Okay, how important enough to have an
Oh
emergency
well, but
fund.
in this group is about finance anyway, right?
So we talk about what is it that you learn. I learned that it is more important that you shouldn't be spending money on useless stuff.
Like clothes.
For female, it will be clothes. For guys, it will be like, I don't know, going entertainment, I guess.
Gadgets. Your phone gadgets.
For me, gadgets, phones, electronic stuff that kind of don't really use.
I think what we
Toys.
learn is what we really want and what we really need.
You have to differentiate it so quickly.
Yeah, I find that because at first when COVID just locked down and we were so scared. Like, oh my God, are we going to survive? We have this money, but can we survive? And
Yeah,
I
can we
said,
stretch
well,
enough?
I did it and we can survive for a year or so, but you were still panic.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like during COVID, because everyone don't have the certainty.
It's the first thing in our generation, like this
Yeah.
time become adult.
Yeah,
This pandemic.
first adult
Yeah.
livelihood, like
Yeah.
as a parent, as an adult.
Yeah.
Because global financial crisis, it didn't really affect us because
When we were working, but
We
it
were
didn't
working,
affect
yeah.
Australia.
And then what else is that? But this time around, it affect the whole entire globe, us in Australia as well.
Yeah.
We didn't think it was actually gonna come heavy here, and yeah, we're kind of. It was interesting when we had to automatically switch from like, oh yeah, let's go out once a week or do this and that. Automatically shut a lot of things down.
Yeah.
We used to go to the cinemas, for example.
Yeah.
On our date day, we usually go in cinemas, or if not as a family, shut that down. That's not a need.
Yeah. So what we learned is we were frugal and we can be more frugal.
More frugal. Yeah. More frugal. Our $1, let's say it was taking us, 2 steps. Now $1 can take 4, 5 steps.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
towards the frugality.
We were not frugal enough.
We weren't
before.
frugal enough. Yeah.
That's bad.
So now it become a habit because it's more than 3 months.
No, since lockdown was March.
Yeah.
6 months already.
6 months. That's what I meant. It's more than 3 months,
Yeah.
because usually anything that takes more than 3
Habit,
months,
yeah.
it becomes a habit.
Yes.
So for us, it's like we were already
frugal.
living in a frugal life, by any means. But now it's like it's nothing really. It's not shocking us.
No, get used to it.
We get used to it.
Yeah.
So we get used to living below our mean. We just live below our mean more.
No, it doesn't really mean it. Well, for what I found out, lucky our kids are still really young and they don't understand materialistic. What they want is just want to spend time with daddy and mommy. So we found out a lot of things are free. We knew it already, but now even bigger. We know more.
Yeah.
So be free, and you just have to spend time with your kids or your friends and family. You don't need to buy them gifts. You don't like to dress up at your best. No, it's just be yourself and comfortable. That's what I learned.
How important it is having an emergency fund.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes.
Because let's suppose that we have to actually lockdown, like 100% lockdown. How long?
You can't go to work.
Last?
Yeah, let's say you are self-employed or you're a contractor. You just get money whenever you work.
Yeah.
If you don't work, you don't get anything, but you still have a mortgage. Let's say if you're that kind and you can't work in the lockdown and you still got bills to pay, how can you survive without emergency fund? And the other thing is, what we normally say is you need to have 3 months emergency fund, but after lockdown you need to have at least
1
6
year.
months. 6 months is minimum.
Minimum 6 months, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully
Yes.
within that 6 months if you lost your job, you're bound to be able to get a job.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I guess, I'm sure you guys hear it in the news, how many unemployment there is out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but I would rather have, the more emergency fund you have, the better it is for you.
It's the stress level.
Yeah.
And the mental health after the lockdown in Australia is
Yeah.
not getting better. It's getting worse.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no matter what you do is, as you're aware on this channel, we always talk about budgeting, saving, be frugal, cut down your expenses. So we're not doing it because that's what our parents told us to do. Is because there's a reason for that, and it's sort of during this COVID, it's sort of see the true value of that. In case of emergency, like what is an emergency? Like
Here we
damn.
go.
So but here we go. This is where we're at. How important it is to have multiple stream of income.
Yeah.
That's what I learned about COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
We at first we got affected quite big, right? I think more than 50% of the income got cut off.
Yep.
Because of lockdown. In Sydney, it was like literally lockdown. We can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no income. Yeah. But
It is.
if you spread your egg, at least you got some sort of income coming.
Yeah. Then let's suppose that I lost a job. That makes it even more harder. Because you still have to eat, and if you're having multiple stream of income, at least something still coming in.
Yes.
So how important that it would be, whether it's from your side hustle, your property investment, and all that jazz. How important that would be. Don't rely on just a job as your main source of income.
Yeah. I was like that. I just rely on job, brainwashed.
Everyone, I think they go stages though. Like some people, that's how they start.
When you start
working,
finish study.
that's where you have.
Yeah.
I think that's the norm. Like that's the channel. You go to school, finish university, graduated, then get a job. That's the channel. Where you don't go straight bang to become an investor or to become an entrepreneur.
Well, there are, because they started early.
Very rare.
Yeah, very rare.
Small
Like they start in
number of
high
people.
school or when they start in uni. But normally they try, they fail, keep trying, because you can keep trying at that time.
Yeah, but very very rare. But most of the people is like that.
Yeah.
So what else? The other one. It is important to have an emergency fund. That was the other comment. I'm just reading a couple of comments in here. To appreciate saving and make sure you always have them. So these are some of the comments I'm reading.
Yeah, other than ours on present.
Have good stock of, I guess, emergency fund and food. 3 months of saving is not enough. That's kind of interesting. 3 months of saving is not enough.
Because it's 6 months already. Some of the people, they got affected 6 months. And a few days ago, that's what I said. We went to the city. We rarely go there. Even that, we live close by.
Yeah. From where we are to the Opera House, it's roughly 10k.
10 minutes. 10 minutes drive.
10 minutes
without traffic.
Without traffic, so I can go to the city.
Can be faster if we pay. How much is it now? The tunnel.
The tunnel. Oh yeah, it's $8.
It was 5 anyway.
When we started dating, it was
Like,
5.
Yeah, 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
So. And
$8.
And now it's
okay,
$8.
If I pay $8, I'll be there within 10 minutes.
Within 10 minutes.
If I'm not paying the $8, I'll be 10-15 minutes. I'll do the cheap way, okay? Because
with
there's
traffic
not much
jam and all that.
traffic.
But now, because during the COVID, we can get to Opera House quite quickly because there's no traffic.
Anyway, we took a train on that day, just $1.
So it would cost us $1?
$1 for me. I'm not sure
I don't
yours. Anyway, we went to the city, and it's so sad. I told you. I saw. How come seems like there are a lot more people, homeless people on the street?
One is that.
And shops.
The shops all closed
It's
down.
only on the main street. We didn't even see on the small alleyway.
Yeah, this is like the main
George,
street.
on
George
we
Street,
took a tram.
Sydney. George Street, and we took a tram. Only goes on the main street, which is George Street in the city, and I didn't take a notice of it because I was focused on the children.
Oh really? I was on a child. You got one. I got one. We separated anyway. Another story.
So
I was looking outside of George Street. It's just horrible.
yeah.
I don't know how many people are affected, but think, like if we don't have the money, what if they don't have the money and they still got family to support? What can we do?
Yeah.
And thank goodness we in Australia. What if we in other country, the government's
yeah.
not supporting them and they don't have enough taxpayer money to pay for it?
Yeah, I'm kind of grateful that we do live in Australia
Yes.
because of that. I mean, some people complain that we don't have a great system, but you know what?
It's
Compared
really
to any
good.
country there is in the world, this is
Where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia, and I doubt they're gonna have a job keeper or job seeker or government support in any form
Yeah.
during the COVID-19.
Mm.
Whereas in here, there was a support system that can go for nearly a year.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
financial support system that goes for a whole year.
How are we going to pay at the end? I'm not too sure.
But that's not the point. And what I learned about in the COVID-19 is during this pandemic is how important it is to have
Enough saving.
multiple stream of income, and be
Live
frugal.
below your mean.
Yeah.
Yes. And I told you, well, sometimes I just reading on Facebook, how come these days so many people selling on the cars? I wonder why. Right?
You buy a car on a credit and then you can't make the repayment. Especially like, what was it? Like a delivery, like let's say car sharing, riding economy.
Yeah.
We've got
Ride
a friend, ride sharing, not one specific one, but like say all of the multiple ride sharing companies out there. Like that's a massive investment.
Yes.
You're taking a car that is like,
how much is a week that
30,
they have to pay?
200,
250?
whatever it is, but
Yeah.
you're taking a big debt if you're purchase that particular vehicle on a finance. And you're relying on customer to get an income from that.
But everyone's in lockdown.
Everyone in lockdown, people not traveling to work. Even if you're traveling to work, you probably want to go on their own personal car instead of using a ride sharing or instead of using public transport. How much is that affected? And on top of that, they usually go to the airport because there's a lot of tourists coming in and going using the ride sharing app. The airport is still closed.
Yeah, no, I wonder how they survive.
Yeah,
So they have to have another stream of
You
income.
have to, yeah. Well, you got to find a different way. I drove to the airport because I had to go on the other side of where we live. Anyway, I want to know what it looked like right now. It is so quiet. So quiet.
I've never seen that quiet before.
From us going to the airport, it usually takes us like 45 minutes to an hour.
If stuck in the traffic.
Yeah.
Worst is the Saturday morning. Yeah, I did that.
Saturday or is it? Yeah, Saturday
Everyone
or
fly
Friday.
out.
Friday
Everyone fly out.
afternoon or Saturday morning coming in from international as well, anyway, because that's when they start their vacation, let's say.
Yeah.
So that was the worst. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we learned during COVID, how important it is financially to have a multiple stream of income, to have
Be more frugal?
be more frugal, differentiate a want and need quite quickly,
Yes.
and see how much you can stretch your money.
Yes. That's what we learned.
What do you
Come
guys
in. Yeah, let us know what have you learned during the lockdown.
See you guys in the next video.
Thank you. Bye bye.